Welcome back to our YouTube channel Aman Codes. In today's episode, we are going to discuss about predefined functions in tuple. Before discussing these predefined functions in tuple, I want to tell you some important point. So I'm taking one tuple object TPL. See here TPL. This is our TPL, and I'm trying to print its type and its value. See here TPL comma type of TPL. Right? See. This is our value which comes under class tuple, right? So in previous episode, I have said that the tuple is immutable object, right? So let's see how the tuple is immutable object. Let's see, I'm trying to update this TPL of 0 as 56. Actually, TPL of 0 consists 1. I have to update the TPL of 0 as 56. See here, it throws an type error. See, tuple object does not support item assignments. For example, if you have a bank account, for that you have an account number called 1. If we want to change that account number, it can't, right? So account number once generated, that is only that account number. Account number can't be modified, right? So that is the reason this tuple object does not allow item assignments. It is an immutable. It is an constant values. It can't be modified. So let's do in list. So now I'm taking this LSTC here. This is my LST. I want to update this LST of 0 as 78. See here, LST of 0 has 1. I have to update that into 78. See here, I'm going to access the LST. It has updated, right? So list is mutable and tuple is immutable. Alright. So let's see the predefined function of tuple. So here we know that on the object of tuple, we can perform both indexing and slicing, right? In previous episode, we have done that. Along with these operations, we can also perform other operations. So what are the other operations in the sense? First one is index of, second one is count of. Only these two we can do in this tuple object. So why in the sense tuple is immutable, right? So that is the reason only indexing and counting we can done by using this tuple. The functions that not present in tuple. See here append of, insert of, remove of, clear of, pop of index, pop of value, reverse of, sort of, copy of, extend of. These are all functions that it does not work in tuple object. Why? Because tuple is an immutable object. In immutable object, data can't be modified, can't be changed, right? So these functions are not allowed in predefined functions of tuple object. So I can prove that these functions are not in the tuple. Let's see, I'm going to use help keyword. Help of tuple. See here, the tuple documentation will become. This documentation is generated by the Python developers. See here, if I go to the last, so see here, we have count of a function, index of a function. Like this, help function will be useful for every programmer or every Python developer. One important note is that when we call the above functions with respect to tuple object, then we will get an attribute error. So why it get attribute error in the sense, these functions that not are present in the documentation, right? So that is the reason it throws an attribute error. So that tuple data type does not contain these type of functions. So that is the reason we get the attribute error. So second important note is that so we can't delete an value of a tuple object by using del operator. By using the del operator, we can't delete the tuple object's values, and we can delete the entire tuple object, but we can't delete the values of the tuple object. So in del operator, by using this indexing and slicing, we are going to remove the values of any type of objects, right? So here we can't do that thing, but we can remove the entire tuple object by using this del operator. So this is my TPL, right? Which is tuple. So I want to delete the value. I'm trying del operator, del of TPL by indexing. See here, I want to remove the zeroth element by indexing. in del operator. See, it throws an type error. Tuple object does not support item deletion, right? So it can't delete an item. I want to delete a value by using del operator in slicing. So see here, 0 in the sense starts from 0th index, 5 minus 1, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 minus 1, 4, right? So this entire value is going to be taken here, right? And also I'm using the step value called 2. Let's see. See, same type error. Tuple object does not support item deletion, right? So by using del operator, we can't delete a value of a tuple object, but we can delete the entire tuple object, right? Let's see. Del of TPL, the entire tuple object will be deleted. See here. And if I try to print this TPL, it throws an error called name error. See here, name error it throws, right? Name TPL is not defined. Why it throws this name error? In the sense, when we execute this line, so the memory space of that TPL has been collected by the garbage collector. So there is no variable called TPL in our memory space. So that is the reason it's throwing a name error. There is no TPL. Name TPL is not defined. Entire tuple object deletion can be possible, but values deletion in tuple object can't be possible, right? So before seeing this most important thing sorted of function, we are going to see this index of a function and count of function. No, I'm declaring an TPL is equals to, I want to access the index of the TPL. So in tuple data type, we have only two predefined functions. They are index and counter, right? Let's see the syntax directly. So tuple object, here tuple object is TPL dot index of I have to give here value. So now I'm giving this value Rosum. See here what it prints. So the index of value Rosum is 1, right? So like this we can print an index of a value in tuple. I want an index of this value. So let's see here. So the index of this value is 2. Let's check. 12 has index 0. This Rosum has index 1. And this value has index 2. So the index of this value is 2. So that is correct, right? So for this value, I want to retrieve an index. That is 0. See here. So for this true value, I want to retrieve an index. So 3, right? Like this, we can retrieve an index in tuple object. So same like that, I can count the elements in the tuple object. See here, I'm declaring a new tuple called a TPL1 of. I'm declaring 10 comma 20 comma 10 comma 30 comma 40 comma 40 comma 10. So I want to count how many tens are there in our TPL1 object. So let's see this one. The answer is 3. Let's check the answer is right or wrong. We have 10 here, one time, 10 here, second time, and 10 here, third time, right? So the count of this value 10 in our TPL1 object is 3. So next I want to check the count of 20. So 1, right? So let's check the count of 30. See here 1. Let's check the count of 40. I think it is 2. See here, right? It is 2. So in our TPL, there is no value called 400. Then what is the output in the sense 0? The occurrence of a value called 400 in our TPL is 0. Why? So there is no value called 400 in our TPL. That is the reason the occurrence of that value is a 0. In TPL, see here, this is our TPL, right? So in TPL dot index of, so if I give a value that does not present in this TPL, so in this TPL we have these many values, right? I'm giving 89 value. The 89 does not present in this TPL, right? So it throws an value error. See here, value error, right? Tuple dot index of x. This x is not in tuple. In the sense, this 89 that does not present in this tuple. So this is all about the predefined functions that are present in tuple data type. So next, we are going to see this important function called sorted. If an object is immutable or an immutable object, If it is an iterable object, then so by using this sorted off function, we can sort the data for that particular object with the same type of data like tuple, str, bytes, etc. and gives the sorted data in the form of list. See here, the main important point is this. After sorting the data is given in the form of list only, not in the form that you want. So we have to convert that list form into whatever form you have to. So see the syntax. List object is equals to sorted off iterable object. So this will do ascending order. So list obj is equals to sorted off iterable object comma reverse is equals to false. It is also going to sort the data in ascending order. This is also sort the data in ascending order only. So this list obj is equals to sorted off iterable object comma reverse is equals to true. This is going to sort the data in descending order. So let's see these three syntaxes. So this is my TPL1 data. No, I want to sort this data in ascending order. Then I'm going to use one object called LST is equals to. Now I'm trying to use a sorted of. I want to give this object name, right? TPL1 here. TPL1. So if I execute this statement, then this tuple object is going to be sort in ascending order, but it stores in list, right? So let's see. So I'm going to print the LST and its type. See here. So this is an ascending order. So which comes under class list. This is an ascending order of this TPL1. See here. 10, 10, 10, 20, 30, 40, 40, right? So this is in class list, right? In order to convert this class list, I want to do the typecasting. I want this data in tuple. Then I have to declare here tuple of typecasting, simply typecasting. See here, easy, right? So the variable name does not matters. So now I'm going to print LST and its type. See here. So this is our ascending ordered value, which comes under class tuple, right? So this is a way to sort the data in tuple object. So this is my TPL1. Now see here, I'm trying to give syntax here. Reverse is equals to I want to do false. See here. If reverse is equals to false also same answer. I want to access this LST. See here. I have converted this tuple directly. So same answer, right? Tuple one is this, which is unordered data. I want to convert this into descending order. So see here, I'm using this reverse is equals to true. I'm going to use here. So I'm going to access this LST. See the data which is in TPL1, so that is arranged in descending order. See here, big value to small value, right? So by using this sorted of function, we are going to sort the tuple object data, not only immutable object data, we can also sort the data of mutable objects. In tuple object, we can do deep copy, but we can't do shallow copy because there is no copy of predefined function in tuple data type, right? So let's see how deep copy is going here. So I'm going to take this TPL1. See here, this is our TPL1. So let's see shallow copy. TPL1 dot copy of. If I execute this statement, the output is attribute error. See here, attribute error, right? Tuple object has no attribute called copy. So shallow copy is impossible in tuple object. So deep copy is possible. Let's see here. I'm going to take like this. So deep copy is going to do by using this assignment operator, right? See here. Now I'm going to access this TPL1. So now I'm going to access this TPL2. The initial data is the same, right? So let's see the IDs. So the memory addresses of two tuples are same. See here. So these comes under deep copy, right? So we can't do the shallow copy. We can only do this deep copy in tuple object, right? So that is the main thing in this tuple. So in this video, we have seen about predefined functions of tuple. So in upcoming episodes, we are going to discuss about inner or nested tuple in tuple data type. So this is an important concept in tuple data type, which is inner or nested tuple. So let's see this in upcoming episodes. So that's all for today's video. I hope you all understand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Aman Codes. Thank you so much for watching.